Marine Corps, and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in the schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
E aí, pessoal, tô de volta. Vamos dar um bisu no presunto. Esse aqui, pessoal, é a primeira missão onde eu vou ter que interrogar pessoas. A primeira pista é essa, dentro do palitozinho. A segunda pista aqui é essa bala aqui na frente. A terceira pista é a arma aqui dentro da lata de lixo. Vamos ver a descrição da arma.
Serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
E a gente vai conversar com a testemunha na rua, né? A gente já conversou com todos que tinha que conversar, né? Porque...
Sir, I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did you see?
I heard the shots. I thought it was a car backfiring. I saw a girl run at the shoe store.
All right, yes.
Então, ele pegou e me deu a letra, né?
Speak to the witness before homicide arrives, Phelps. If you think she's lying, don't be afraid to get forceful. Verbally, of course. And don't accuse her of anything without proof. Lawyers love that shit. And if you're sure she's straight up, try the general approach. See what you can coax out of her.
Então, ele falou aqui que vou encontrar, tipo assim, vários meios ali, né? Tipo, resumindo, né? Que ela vai saber se tá mentindo ou verdade.
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name?
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
A primeira pergunta é essa. Vocês vão ver, nossa, cara, é incrível o rosto, a perfeição, como eles se movimentam.
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
we came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Ó, eu preciso escolher sobre o que ela tá falando lá, mas essa daí eu vou ter que escolher mentira. Eu vou apertar triângulo, lá. Então ela tá mentindo.
You're lying, Miss Coletta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Então, daí é o documento com o nome dela. Tem todos uns porquês ali. Caso eu vá questionar a veracidade das provas, eu tenho que ter, como antes eu investiguei, para julgar ela. Como eu falei que era mentira, e ela falou que não conhecia, que não tinha muito nada a ver com o cara, aqui eu vou jogar que tem o nome dela lá na parada. Ó, questão correta.
Stop lying. Tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh God, I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
A segunda pergunta, né?
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Ó, ele falou que ali que ela pode estar mentindo, mas é impossível provar. Daí, Dolby é dúvida. Então eu vou apertar dúvida.
You're making me angry, Miss Coletta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Coletta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
Então ela tá falando a verdade. É complicado isso daí se você não tiver talvez um detonado perto, porque a expressão facial deles é muito boa, é incrível, e para você julgar sem ter prova realmente e não ter um mínimo de noção de inglês para saber o que é certo e errado, no caso essa questão seria certa. É muito complicado, mas é incrível, velho. É muito boa a expressão.
Well, there was one bang, and then another, and then 3 very quickly, close together. 5.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened, Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Então, e aquele negócio, né? Uma coisa vai levando a outra, uma coisa vai levando a outra, uma coisa vai levando a outra, né? Então, ela foi...
And the murderer. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
Thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Então, que negócio, né? Ela foi dando opções, uma coisa foi levando a outra, eu vou atrás lá do cara, que é um judeu, provável que ele não gosta de judeus. Vou lá no negócio de arma primeiro. Mas a ambientação, cara, esse jogo aí, ele é muito lindo, cara. Aqui a gente tá na parte de centro da cidade, porque o mapa, depois eu dou uma pausada quando eu sair de lá. Ai, caramba!
Slow down. Go straight over.
Ah, é L1 que é o freio. É que daqui a movimentação é muito diferente, cara. E as músicas, é tudo. É que aqui a gente tá no começo. Mas quando ele for mudando de... Nossa, mãe! E talvez hoje, tirando a nova geração, Play 4, essas coisas, ele não tenha um jogo tão... Como pode falar assim, tão detalhado em história, porque... em tudo. Caramba, velho. Goddammit mesmo. Mata hell. Ah, e tem outra coisa mais legal desse jogo ainda. Eu vou terminando os casos, eu tenho dano ao patrimônio. Então, pra mim jogar ser ranking S, que nem eu tô batendo pra caramba.
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Kalu. Edgar Kalu was his name. Thing looked like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield, jewelry store, just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Então, eu vim aqui só pra... Cadê meu carro? Só pra confirmar o que a moça falou e o que tinha acontecido, né? Que o cara é o Edgar Kalu, ele é dono de uma joalheria e ele era o dono da arma, né? E o possível motivo do assassinato é o... Oxe, caramba. Vou ter que ir apertar na minha notinha, vou em locais e vou aqui no Edgar Kalu. Ela deu o endereço, eu não vou, novamente eu não vou precisar procurar, né? Caramba. Sai daí. Não, eu não fiz, quase que eu fiz, mas é... Vambora. Vamos na joalheria do Edgar Kalu.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
O cara só dá mentirinha, né? Então, como dá pra ver, cara, esse jogo específico, velho, ele tem muitos atores ali. Não tão famosos, mas atores conhecidos, cara. Então... Ô, louco! Dá uma coisa que eu peguei? Caramba! Olha, cara, olha que incrível.
Too late, Kalu. Stop or I will shoot.
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve, the one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. It takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Então, como o cara falou, é a primeira condução de, vamos falar, interrogatório dentro da prisão. Ele falou ali, eu tenho os motivos, eu tenho as provas e eu tenho a suspeita. Vamos tirar a confissão, que o resto é resto, eu tenho lá tudo lá, que a beleza era.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Ó, como ele tá já olhandinho ali de ladinho, aquela coisa toda é mentira.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Daí eu vou pegar aqui porque ele falou que não tava lá, não tinha como provar. E a mulherzinha tem como identificar que ele tava no local do crime.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Eu apertei dúvida. Ele sabia e ele confirmou ou não confirmando.
You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy putt snatcher. You and that stup Gage.
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Bom, então é isso daí, pessoal. Quero agradecer quem assistiu, dá aquele likezito, dá aquela curtidinha. Vamos ver o final do vídeo. E abraço pro gaiteiro.
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the chief of police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing.